Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Monday, September 16th, 2024. It's broadcast 1138. It is day 346 since October 7th. We have greeted each other every morning for 4.5 years to mark not just time, but meaning in our lives, to share so much, to say good morning, to learn, to grow, to comfort. And so it is very powerful, if not always joyful, to share such moments because we have something that we have shared for a very long time. The connection that Torah empowers, the invitation to life over and over again. Penny, thank you for keeping us on track. Susie, it's good to see you. Debbie, it's Sunday. Linda, good morning. Hi, Jonathan. Judy, Deborah and Arlene, Barry, Dale, and Anya, good morning. Cassandra and April, Rosa and Cheryl, Debbie and Haley, good morning. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Joyce. Hope everyone is doing okay. Cecile and Shari, really good to see you. Jerry and Susan, Julie Ann, Boker Tov, Amy and Lisa, Stan, Siona, Linda and Anya, Ron and Arlene, good morning. Natalie, happy birthday. So glad to share your birthday with you. Today's Torah is in honor of your birthday. It's good to see everybody. Hello, Safta. Not my Safta, but you're a Safta. Welcome. Tracy and Nana, good to see you. Barbara and Carl, it's good to see everybody. Hi, Peter. Welcome. Hi, Susan. Hi, Iris. Iris, you are sharing. Oh, that's so important that we know this. Iris, you're saying, I want to share that I'm partially blind and therefore cannot always read your comments or react to them. Thank you for understanding. Of course we understand. And I am so thrilled that you are part of this community. I pray that as I sometimes share the reflections, you feel the warmth of the whole community surrounding you, whether or not you see the comments, you hear them channeled through my voice. Thank you for letting us know. Let's see who else is here, and then we're going to get started. Mindy, with COVID today. Well, you and me both. Judy, thank you. Jacqueline, it's good to see you. All right. And Iris, just letting you know that Linda asked if you have a text to audio feature on your phone. Not quite sure how it works, but I'm so glad that there is such a thing. Kim, thank you for giving us a Boker Tov from Jerusalem. So glad to see you there. And thanks to everyone who's asking. I am doing a little bit better. Not great. But it tells me that we have to make sure to stay on top of our booster schedule, get your COVID boosters, get your flu shots. We are not going to be done with this, friends. So let's make sure that we pay a lot of close attention to our health and we take care of our community by reminding each other what to do. Let's take a breath, sing a bracha, learn some Torah. Here we go. Might end up saying the bracha, just so you know. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu לעשות בדברי תורה, לעשות בדברי תורה, הפוך בה והפוך בה, לעשות בדברי תורה. דדיה לי 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 לי, דדיה לי לי לי. Friends, thank you you for all the well wishes to me. And Cassandra, I am sending you such love and comfort, blessings for healing. Um, you're sharing that you went through a miscarriage over the weekend and you're getting over a bad non COVID cold. I'm so sorry, and that is a real loss. You sharing it with us is incredibly important for us as a community. Not a lot of people, not a lot of women share when they suffer a miscarriage. And I am sad for and with you, appreciative to you that you shared it. And I hope that the learning that we provide today can be comforting to you, can be a strengthening to you. It is a complicated day because we are in complicated times. It is broadcast 1138, and that is joyful. It is day 346 since October 7th, and that's not. And what is also important for us is that as we tell the story of our journey as a community for these 4.5 years, in 2 days, it will literally be 4.5 years, we make sure to mark why we began as a community. We recount the story of our community's birth. Our community was created as a response to a crisis. This Morning Torah community began March 18th of 2020 because we didn't want, UJA didn't want the community to feel isolated for the short period of time we thought we would have to stay home and be quarantined. And in truth, we we were alone, but together for a long time. We're still together. We're less alone because of efforts like this. And in fact, that is a healthy way to introduce this week's Parsha. Parshat Ki Tavo begins with the promise that one day we will reach the promised land. Ki Tavo el haaretz. When you get to the place that I, God, promised your ancestors, this is what you will do. And the first command is called Bikurim, is the first fruits rule. That first fruits is a strange rule. When you get to the land and you have your place, you'll plant fruits, and the first fruits that you harvest, you will bring and offer to God, which is such a very strange thing to do. Here we are, a tribe of nomads who are just recently liberated in our living memory, promised for centuries to go home. And when we do go home, that we will have fruits, but the fruits that we will grow that very first time we give away. I've compared them in the past to that first dollar you see sometimes taped behind the cash register at a restaurant or a pizza place. The pride of ownership, that first dollar earned, goes up on the wall. Isn't that a strange thing to do? Because you would assume that that first dollar is actually very needed. It takes a big investment to get to a place of promise. And so here we are, and we are told, when we begin to realize the promise our ancestors were so aching for, the story that we have told over and over, that we would one day reach this place, a land of milk and honey, only to be commanded, as we're about to enter it, that we have to bring our first fruits and give them away. Rosa says it makes sense because it reminds us to be appreciative that it all comes from Hashem, that gratitude is the constant here. I think that that's true. But I want to make an ancillary point, like a different point within this narrative, because there is a ritual recitation that we offer when we bring the Bikurim. It's strange. It's strange. We bring the basket of our first fruits to the priest, and we say, this is chapter 26, verse 5 in the book of Deuteronomy, and you might know it because we recite this on Passover, at Seder also. You will say, Arami Oved Avi, Vayered Mitzrayma, Vayagor Sham Bimte Me'at, Vihi Sham Legoy Gadol Atzum Varav. My father was well, you can translate it like this, like a wandering Aramaean, or an Aramaean sought to destroy my father. There are two traditional reads of this verse. And he went down to Egypt with meager numbers and sojourned there. And there became a great and populous nation. Vayareu otanu amitzrim v'yanunu, v'yitnu alenu avodah kasha. The Egyptians dealt harshly with us and oppressed us. They imposed heavy labor upon us, and we cried out to God, and God saved us. Why, in the moment of arrival, when you have your first fruits, do you recite the horrors of your past? Why? Yes, I think Rose is correct, because of the deep gratitude that it evokes. I'm not there anymore. But also because living history is important. Through us, we each come from different stories. We're not all the same person. Jewish tradition depends on where you come from. Sephardic history and Mizrahi history and Yemenite Jewish history and Jews from the Arab nations who were expelled when Israel was created, that refugee history, Ashkenazi history, multiple generations of American Jewish history. It doesn't actually only have happy parts. And so there's something essential in carrying forward all of the heartache as we express gratitude. Some of the opposite is also true. It is really important during the heartache to remember that there's joy. So here we are in an honest retelling of history. That's the power of this. Bikurim, the first fruits, the first command in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Ki Tavo, it tells us that the love we have for our family, the love we have, as Fran says, for our homeland, there are happy parts and harsh parts. This community, this Torah learning community that has been together for 1,138 mornings, here we are. What a beautiful thing we are. For 4.5 years, we have created and built and loved and supported and acknowledged and comforted. Without this community, we would have less Torah. We wouldn't have each other. But oh, the origin of our community during terrible hardship, a global pandemic, both are true. I'm so very grateful that we have this community in a very small way right now, since I'm dealing with COVID again. I know I didn't have a question in my mind that at 9 o'clock we'd have each other. What a gift that is. And I remember I didn't have COVID, but millions did when we began. What a powerful thing it is to know that origin stories can be very complicated. And what a beautiful thing it is that even in complicated circumstances, there can be great joy and comfort and love. Ki Tavo, when we arrive, we're always arriving, friends. Even when you get where you're going, we're still only mid-arriving. Look at the experiment in process of our reborn homeland. Everything is in process there. The grief is in process. The war is in process. The building, the healing are also in process. The miraculous work we are doing as UJA to help grassroots organizations tend to mental health and physical needs in the north, in the south, and in between. All of it is real. All of it is miraculous. Not all of it's happy, but not all of it's harsh. There is beauty, friends. So, I bless you with what I feel right now, which is in the midst of complexity, hope, comfort, belonging. So, let's take a breath, because among the things that are mid-process, please God, are the ongoing efforts by hundreds of thousands, to convince the government in Israel and people all around the world to bring our family home. So let's breathe, and let's send our hearts east with everything this parsha contains. acknowledgement of the complex and the harsh, and the perseverance of hope and gratitude. Kolon balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia on lo avda tikvatenu הtikva bat shnot alpayim liot am chofshi be'artzenu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim liot am chofshi be'artzenu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, friends. Take care.